Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited that you have taken the time to watch this brief update, brief video about XAILES. XAILES, extraordinary opportunity, something that has been cranking out almost 2 years now. I'm going to be your host, Rashid Hill, and that is Coach Rashid. And I am the founder or creator of the YouTube channel, Rashid Next Level. And you can find me on the Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram at Rashid Z619. So, of course, Facebook, those great places. So today I just wanted to have you focus on the actual presentation. This opportunity is incredible. No need for me to be taking up any bandwidth, any band space, so that you can focus directly on what this has to offer. As you know, been in this game for a long time, since about 2016-ish, and I've seen the ups and downs of great cryptos and trends and things like that. Nodes, DeFi, Web3, all of the great stuff that's come along with that. And so today it is refreshing. And I always use that term because out of everything I thought of when XLs came along and I reviewed it, but was, really not interested in adding anything at that time. But when I came back and saw my good friend David Mercado talking about it, saying a year and 4 months, it's still cranking out, it's still paying, it's growing, it's about to expand into decentralized exchange and has its own blockchain and it's growing its own crypto. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so when I was able to get my first withdrawal on time, no friction, just it just happened within hours, I was like, man, this is refreshing to actually have something that works without any issues during the deposit and the withdrawal phases. It just works. And so I do believe, and I want to talk about this because I talked to David yesterday, because they have presentations every Saturday. So I did talk with David yesterday, and the question that comes up for leaders in this space, crypto space or online opportunities and alternative opportunities, whatever you want to call them, passive, active, there's so many names for it. But at the end of the day, people out there, trying to make some extra money or they trying to change their life financially, the opportunities like this, they come along. And unfortunately, in the last 3, 4, 5 years, there's been so many high ROI promotions, not necessarily guarantees, but promotions of things that, they promote 5% a day, they promote 10% a day, they promote, 30% in 3 days, and all this kind of stuff. Well, what they do is they ruin the people's expectation. And a lot of people that have been in this space, but you find yourself struggling out there. You maybe tried network marketing. They promised the world. You've been in it for a year and you didn't see the results. So you look for other opportunities online. You came across some videos that talked about crypto. You discounted it. You kicked it to the curb. You're like, that's that scam stuff. I'm not messing with that. But then when you see that the US is starting to regulate it, you're like, oh my gosh, maybe there's something to it. So you jump back in and you start trying to pay attention. Well, by that time, as fast as you came back, there were more scammers out there that decided to do the same thing. And so they have basically corrupted all of the good that's been done in this space. So since we've seen so much bad, a lot of people don't understand when XLs comes along and they actually do things right. And they have, almost 10,000 people in the program in the first about year of this part of it, but they've been producing for about 2 years in the background, running the servers, doing the back testing. I mean, all the things that you do to make sure you have a solid platform for the long run, XLs is doing it. And a lot of people are missing this because they are so taken and distracted by the shiny objects out there. Look, I've been one to get on in the last 3 years or so and talk about programs that looked good up front and turn out not to be that, legit. And you just don't know, right? But when we watch something for almost 2 years and, knowing the people behind it, sitting down, like I said, my guy David, he had sat down with them, talked to them, and really got to know that these are the actual people doing it. And they peel back the surface of the program, then it gives a different flavor. And like I said, we've been in this for a while. We've seen the good and the bad. We've made a lot of money. We've lost a lot of money. But at the same time, this right here is refreshing because it is delivering and it doesn't have an end in sight. So it really is something that you can compare to, you put your money in a CD and you sit back and you let it do its thing. You don't call the bank every day and ask them where your money is. It tells you you can withdraw your money at this time. Guess what? This is exactly the same thing. Unfortunately, the banks won't let you withdraw your money until that year goes by, at 5 years, and you making 4% in 5 years. Whereas with XAILES, you can withdraw your money every day, every week, every month, or you can let it sit for, about 2 years and you can earn about 500% on that. So definitely something that the banks aren't going to give you, mainstream ain't going to give you. But right now, let me give you what XAILES is delivering, and it's making me want to get this out to the public as much as possible. This is one of two really next level projects that you will definitely see from me. It's been a little while since I've been out here doing this, so let's go ahead and get this rocking and rolling so you can see the beauty of XAILES. So, one of the things that I first want to talk about is that the project, it's obviously been around, like I said, for a couple of years. So I'll show you that. They'll talk a little bit about the origins. They'll talk a little bit about the people behind it. But it is revolutionary. They are doing something that I really, haven't seen other ones really get to. A lot of projects have started, but they didn't get to the point where they launched their token and had success with it. They usually left before they were able to do that. So this is different, right? Because they're actually doing it. Disclaimer, of course, Excel is not responsible for any loss or damages. This is not financial advice. This is just information and education so that you can make the right decision based upon your particular options, your particular, desires, your particular focus. You make that decision. This is something that you have to decide what your level of risk is. And it's not about believing me or not believing me. That has zero to do with it. Does the information resonate with you? Where you are in your life? If you participated in this program for the next 2 years, would it change your life for the better? Or would you be in a better position if you didn't do this? Totally up to you to make that decision. All right. So moving on. XLs is an ecosystem designed to revolutionize the digital cryptocurrency and blockchain market with cutting edge technology and innovations, as we have talked a little bit about. Now, what XLs is doing, though, right now, um, they are offering a very few um, plans that you can actually start earning from. But they do have a couple of things that are getting ready to launch. And so you want to pay attention to that or jump on one of the calls on Saturday morning and you get those latest updates. Founded in Dubai in 2022, the visionaries behind this. And so let's just, there are leaders, actual management that are not shown from Latin America, and they are spearheading this project like nothing you've ever seen before. Like you have people that have brought in, talking thousands just from Latin America alone. And so the U.S., this is very new to the U.S. It's legal, it's legit, all that good stuff. They've already they get it. People ask the question like every call, but yeah, definitely legal to do business, and they have great leadership that are on the ground doing the presentations, doing the events. They had an event in Las Vegas, I think back in May when I first got in, and David went to that, and so he has a video out that has those actual pictures. Really, really good stuff. It just gives you another level of understanding of where they are and where they're going, right? And so they're united by the vision of achieving global recognition as leaders in blockchain technology and surpassing renowned digital platforms like Ethereum. So they do have, and I'll show you that in a minute. They do have their blockchain and their decentralized exchange that they're launching with their token. So here's a couple of things that they're doing. right? They are looking for sustainability. So they're not going to pay you that 5, 10% a day. They're going to give you a consistent, predictable weekly, daily, weekly, or monthly return on your deposit. But what they're doing is establishing a seamless flow of transactions within their Exvitas blockchain, right? Their own blockchain and ecosystem with decentralized applications, which has a Web3 services that they are actually doing. They have their own cryptocurrency called XBI, decentralized browser, X Navigator, the crypto exchanger, NFT Ocean, the platform where you can actually trade NFTs and AI video games, different services, trading and signals, which, falls into the betting category, but it's more trading and signals. And the hybrid staking platform that we are really focused on today, right? We're not really, the rest of it is going to come, but Xfirm is their hybrid staking platform. Okay. All right. So Xfirm being the hybrid staking platform, that was launched in 2024. So when you hear or you see a video that says operating for 1 year and 2 months, 1 year and 4 months, 1 year and 8 months, almost 2 years, this is the platform they're talking about because this is where people are making their money. A hybrid staking platform designed to offer highly attractive and consistent rewards for everybody that invests. With its headquarters in Dubai, they have strategic hubs in Bulgaria, and the platform achieved global expansion with just a few months, which now, like I said, is almost 2 years, and they've expanded from Mexico to Canada to US, Spain, Peru, Brazil, Cambodia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, India, Malaysia, and just on and on and on and on. They're in the UK, they're in, all over Europe. I mean, this thing is growing, growing, growing. But people ask the question, even though they have something so amazing and some of the top leaders are in the program and talking about it, why hasn't it, hit everybody? Why aren't people excited about it like some of those programs we've seen in the past? Even though this one is more solid, even though this one's more consistent, even though this has predictable returns, and they show you exactly how they make those returns. Like with their trading platforms, they show this stuff. But why doesn't everybody join? Well, just like I said at the beginning, right? Even though this hybrid staking platform is different, it's new, and it's producing on a consistent basis, there are people outside the US that are jumping on this like hotcakes. But the people in the US have so many options, they don't really look at the ones that feel like traditional finance, right? It feels like a CD. It feels like, regular trading or regular stock market where you just put it in there, you let it wait. So you kind of have that feeling. But when you look at crypto, because you understand that there's so much volatility and it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Today people are, investing in 10,000 and then next month, they've earned 100,000. And you're like, oh, I want that. I want that. Well, guess what? Those things are very rare and they don't happen all the time. But when you see it, you believe that I can do it, right? Just like the lottery, just like horse racing, betting, all that stuff. That's why people put so much money into guesswork and speculation because they want to be that person. Well, guess what? XAILES that's giving you X Firm as a hybrid staking platform that if you just stay consistent over a 2 year period or the 22 months that they actually give you this contract, then you will change the game for you, yourself, your family, and everybody around you. Be that example. Be the first. Be the one that does that. This is how you do that, right? You choose. Do you want a 2x your income? Do you want a 3x, 4x, or 5x your income every single month, right? So you can multiply your capital by 2, 3, 4, or 5x. Here's how you would do that. They're going to give you a contract for 22 months. You make a deposit, you get a contract for 22 months. They're going to pay you on that contract for 22 months. If you start another contract, that's another 22 months. So you can do this as many times as you want. Here are the four staking plans. If you want to earn money every single day, right, then they're going to pay you 0.3% every single day on that. If you want to earn every week, they're going to pay you 3.125% every week. If you want to earn 18.18% on your money, this is the most popular one. They're going to pay you that every single month, like clockwork. I know, most of us know. And if you say, hey, look, I got a lot of different, I'm diversified pretty good in this industry. I'm making money every day. I just want to put it somewhere safe for 22 months. I like this 5X. You put your money in, and guess what? After 22 months, then you'll be able to take that money out. If that's the way you want to roll, that's what you do. Most of us have gotten into the monthly plan. And so that's what we're going to talk about here, the monthly plan. Now, and as you can tell, the monthly plan pretty much pays you the most, right? So you can now do a couple of things. You can Forex your income every single month. Okay. Now, and there's, like I said, there's a lot more discussion that goes around that, but I'm gonna give you some simple returns, give you some examples of what that looks like, right? So if you deposit your funds into your account, um, you're going to get an ROI of 18.18% every single month for 18 months. I mean, for 22 months. Okay. So that 4X is your capital. And that's what I was talking about. If you don't compound, then you will get a 4X. But if you compound, then obviously you can take your profits and you can 4X them every single month. But if you do not add that back every month, then you're going to make a 4X on your deposit. So we always like to use the $5,000 because 5,000 gets you close to about $1,000 a month, which is definitely what most people are looking for is, okay, if I'm going to, do this, I want to make it worth my time. And about $1,000 a month is the average return. Okay. So that's where the 5,000 deposit, 18% per month gets you about $900, right? We'll break that down for you. Now, with that formula, you can recover your initial investment in about 6 months. And then after that 6 months, you're going to continue generating profits, right? Profits friction free for the next 16 months. Okay. So that gives you that 22-month contract. So you get your money back in about 6 months. And after that, boom, you're clean, you're good to go. Now, obviously, you can do that quicker if you want to help others do the same thing. All right. So what does that look like? Every single month, $5,000 times 18.18% gives you a $909 ROI. How many of you are making $900 profits and commission on your money right now where it's sitting? If it's sitting in the bank or if it's sitting in a program or wherever it is, where do you have your money that you are earning $900 a month on that money? Okay. Think about that for a second and then come back and look at this again. All right. And see if that makes sense. Now, the first 6 months, $900 a month, 5,454, that gives you your 5,000 back. You break even at 6 months, now you're good to go, right? It's just profit from here on in. You're running on house money at this point. Okay. So minimum deposit is $100, right? Yes, I know you're like, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Only $100. There's no enrollment fees. There's no subscriptions. There's no monthly fees. There's no additional fees that you have to do up front. Now, the company does have to get paid. So when you're dealing with crypto, there's conversion rates, right? And there's fees that are involved. So when you make your withdrawal, if you're earning, $900 in a month, then of course that's more than 25. So you're going to meet that requirement. The withdrawal fee is about 6% on that particular profit. So if you're making $900, they may take about $54 out of that. Okay. And then the rest of it will hit your account very quickly, believe me. But you can multiply your capital without the need to invite anybody. You don't have to sell on nobody. You don't have to sell no products. You don't have to recruit nobody. You don't have to go to no meetings. You don't have to do anything. All you do is take the link of the person that invited you to take a look at this, and you take that information, you input, your wallet address where you're going to send it from, and you take the one wallet address that you're going to send it to, and you make your deposit. You make your deposit. Like I said, most people are doing about 5,000, so they can make about 900 to 1,000 a month, and boom, and you start earning that very next 24 hours you're earning. And you can see the earnings every single day. But if you do the monthly plan, then that monthly plan, you will actually be able to withdraw at the end of that 30 days. Okay. So every 30 days, your money will hit your account and you can withdraw it. All right. So just that easy. Now, if you really want to accelerate your break even. Hey, I put 5,000 in. I want to kind of make that back as quick as possible. Then there's a couple of things you can do. One, join the meetings, join the Telegram group, understand the program, and see, how amazing it is that they're doing this, for people like us out here that want to, put our money in a safe place and actually earn from it. Then invite others to say, look, take a look at this. Do you think this is like real? Because I'm making money off of it, so I believe it's real, but I really kind of want to get some other eyes on it just because I've had some challenges in the past. I've lost money with these programs in the past, but I gave this a shot, and 3 months later, it's there has been no issues. I mean, I'm making money like clockwork every single month. Definitely tell people that look, take a look at it. Give me your opinion about what I'm actually seeing work for me, right? And so it's not about recruiting. It's not about you want to go out there and have 10,000 people in your organization. We're not telling you that. I'm not asking you that. Believe me, I'm not going after that. If people want to earn, and I have been excited about this project, then it is no different from, you remember, think about this, people. When you went to a network marketing event, somebody asked you to go, somebody, they gave you this line and you decided, okay, and you show up to this hotel or whatever, and you sit in front row because they saved that seat for you. And you listen to that person up there tell you all the good stuff. They're telling you all the good stuff that can happen, right? If two get two, three get three, five get five, and it just goes down 10, 15 levels, and they give you all of that, right? But then if it worked and it was easy for you because you are natural, right? People listen to you and you didn't even know you had this skill and your organization started to grow. And that was a program that produced, that was a program that did what XAILES is doing. Every day, every week, every month, people were actually earning and they saw that people were getting car bonuses. People were like, with some great programs that's been around for years out there. Um, these things happen. If you saw that happen, right? What do they say in these network marketing meetings? What do they tell you? They give you the example of if you saw a good movie, right? I've been there. I've been one that's gotten duped, tricked, and bamboozled into going to a network marketing meeting and was pissed off when I got there, right? But I've been in some that I actually have done very well with, and I believe in the products. So I'm not saying they're all good or bad, just like these programs online. Not my place to tell you that. But what I'm giving you is an example of things that you already know. If you go to a really good movie and you like this genre, maybe, if it's an action movie or if it's a person that you like seeing, you go to that movie when it comes out. And when you walk out of there, if you enjoyed that movie and you go back to your office on Monday, that's all you can talk about. And you're telling that person sitting next to you in that other cubicle, hey, did you see, I don't know, Mission Impossible last night? Did you see Justice League? You're telling them that. And they're like, hey, look, I'm trying to get some work done. Look, no, I want you to hear. Look, okay, when you get a chance, can you go check this out? Look, I work at an office. I'm gonna tell you, when I'm sitting in there and we have people come around, we talk all the time, it's not a day that don't go by that that person will say, hey man, I was on Netflix and I saw this show. Have you seen it? I'm like, no, because I don't look at it that often. But him and the other guy talks, and I'm gonna tell you, 100% of the time, they're telling that, man, you gotta see this show. Man, this thing happened, this happened, this happened. Oh, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. So, hey, look, when you go home, search this and on Netflix. People do this naturally. So why would it be any different if your life is set up for success? You're earning every month like clockwork and you want that person to see that movie because you loved it. You felt it was amazing. It was moving. It's the same thing. So we're not out here telling you, I'm not recruiting, we're not telling you to do it. But I'm telling you, somebody's going to say that because they care enough about, hey, I like this. This is exciting. This is entertaining. I want to tell you about it, right? And they do tell you about it. This is the essence of you can accelerate your return of your principal if you want to offer them the equivalent of, hey, this was a great movie I saw. Do you, have time to take a look at it? Here's a great hamburger I ate. This is a new place in town. I'm gonna tell you, all this stuff I'm thinking about, happens at my office like every single week. It's like clockwork. And so I remember somebody saying this to me one time, and I'm like, man, this is crazy because people do it every day. So I say that to say this. XAILES is working. It's a simple project. Um, it doesn't take a lot. You don't have to go to a meeting. All you need to do is say, how do I get started? I walk you through the process. You click, click, click. You deposit your funds. You believe in the system. And yes, I encourage you to get on a call because you want to know from other people and you want to see that there's other 10,000 people in the program. But at the end of the day, I don't, between, the 17th and the 17th of the next month, I might get on one call. So believe me, it doesn't take much. You just know that when you get your first withdrawal, then you'll see how simple this is. Get instant access to your returns through the following three acceleration bonuses. So if you really want to rock your financial world, take it to that next level, believe in something that works, then let me show you this right quick. And it's crazy because they're not at the bottom of the barrel. These guys have created something that is top tier, right, in the industry. And I review a lot of projects. So right here, you got some bonuses that you can get. And we all like bonuses. You may not ask for them, but that's okay because they just come, right? When you start building your network, you start helping others do the same thing that you're doing. You're going to unlock a percentage of your total stake in return for each direct referral based on their personal investment. So here's what we know. And I'm not going to get into each one of these because this is just giving you an idea. What we know is it excels. They're not taking any money out of the pocket of anybody. They are earning off of your money. That's why they're giving you a percentage, right? They keep a percentage, they give you a percentage. Okay. They take your money, they pool it, and they actually trade with your money. They get the returns and they give you that 18%. Now, here's what happens as well. While they're earning on your money, they're earning way over 18%. And so within that range, they said, okay, if we get $900 that we pay out to you, then above that, whatever that percentage is, they have enough to pay you 4% of the person that registered under you. Do you understand? So they're going to take 4% of their profits, not out of their pocket, but because they earn. Let's say, okay, let me give you, here's a better example. Okay, they're paying us 18%. Let's say they're making 30% a month on our money. Between 18 and 30 is where this comes from. Do you understand? Okay, makes sense, right? So they're not taking 18%, they're taking a bit of the 18%. You don't put the deposit in. If you put in 1,000, they don't take $90 off of that 1,000. And no, 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 no. All the money you put in goes into the pot where you can earn off of that. You're going to earn 18% off of your money. But the profits that they get above the 18% is what pays these additional things. Okay. So hopefully you get that piece. So you're not taking money from somebody else. That's because a lot of people that don't understand this business, they think that, oh my gosh, if I deposit 5,000, you're going to take 4% of my 5,000. And now I'm only going to be earning off of 4,200. No, it doesn't work that way. You're earning off of 5,000. But when the profits come in above that 18%, I'm going to make 4% that's attached to whomever used my link to enroll and however much you put in. When you get profits, I get profits. When there's residual acceleration through direct referral bonuses. So there's a 4% that comes based on how much you deposit. Then there's a 10% based upon how much return, right? So every month, this is the beauty of this program. Every single month, not just one time 4%, but every single month, you're going to get 10% of anybody that you refer directly. You're going to get 10% of what they earn. So when they earn 900, you get $90. Think about that. If you make, let's say you put in 5,000, you make 900 a month. Let's say you have 10 people that put in 5,000 that you directly referred, right? They took you up on the deal. I want to watch that new Netflix movie too. Okay, great. Here's my 5,000. Here's my $900 return. Guess what? You're going to make $90 from the company because you helped them make $900. You have 10 people, that's additional $900. right? 90 times 10. So you're making 900 by yourself because you put in 5,000. Now you're making another 900 because you actually helped 10 people do exactly what you're doing and they're earning like you're earning. Incredible. I love what they're doing, man. This is incredible. And that's for 22 months. Think about that. An extra $900 for 22 months on top of your 900. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal, right? So instead of 4x in your money, you're 8x in your money. It's crazy. Now, this is just an illustration of kind of what I just offered you. Okay. So powerful stuff is happening. You can accelerate your returns instead of earning your money back in 6 months. When you accelerate it like that, because you're doubling that. So with 10 people that you directly invite that put in 5,000, instead of 6 months, in 3 months, 90 days or less, you have gotten your principal back. And now all of this is extra. This is pure profit that's coming back to you in commissions. Beautiful stuff, right? Now, there's indirect referral volume as well. You can open up levels 2 through 10, and you can earn 5% on indirect. That's just another mind-blowing thing that you can earn. So instead of only earning 900 for yourself, then you're earning another 900 from 10 people that you directly referred. When they actually refer to do the same thing and duplicate those efforts, you're going to make 5% on everything from 2 to 10. So in addition to the nine, you're making 1,800 plus another four. So you could be literally making like 23, 2,400 a month just based on you helping 10 people earn the 900 just like you did. Nothing more, nothing less. Very powerful stuff, right? So you can change your investment for a staking plan. So these are the steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're making money, right? That's something that, give the person that invited you and they can walk you through that process. Now you can contact me and it doesn't matter who invited you. I'll help you out either way. Um, X Firm is a low risk project. They say that with a straight face. It's a low risk project. I mean, once a month, they pay you 18%. There's no tricks, there's no friction. It is simple as that, right? These are some of the other things they're doing. They got the blockchain, they got the XBI cryptocurrency that they're launching. They have an exchange platform as well. And they're going to produce their own stable coin, which is the XSC20. All that good information. They're going to be doing update calls here pretty soon. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But you can discover how X Sales, X Firm, X Vitas is reshaping the future of this business. And all we ask is you take the time to join this revolution and so that you can have your own story about how this industry does have great projects that are sustainable, that are doing the right thing, and getting away from the bad actors that came before us. All right. Anyway, give it the person that invited you. Contact me if you got any questions. I'm happy to assist. You can hit me up on Telegram. That's the best way to catch me, especially when it's talking about these particular projects. All right. You'll see the information probably in the comments below. I'll pin up one of the comments to make sure that you get the right information. But definitely take a look. Peace, and I will catch you on the next one. All right. Y'all take care.